Good morning YouTube. We're here at Kiilapa, which is a fjell tourist center slash hotel, and we're going hiking to the Urho Kekkonen National Park, which you can see the logo up there. And this time I'm going with my sister and her dog. And it's the 5th of August 2014, and as you can see, pristine weather. It's almost 30 degrees centigrade, so it's very hot. We'll see if it's maybe a bit too hot for Sam, but I think we'll manage and have a lot of fun on this trip. Fjell Kiilapa, 546 meters. Spectacular view. The wind is quite strong, but it's good because it's very hot, so it makes it feel a little bit warmer. We came from the top of Kiilapa and then Nilapa, which is over there, and now we're headed towards Rautulampi, where there is an open wilderness hut. And Rautulampi happens to be one of my favorite places in the whole park, and as you can see, it's in a very beautiful location. Sämpylää! Onko ollut kivaa, Sämpylä? Sam, onko kivaa? So we started this trip this morning from Kiilapa, and then we hiked to the top of Kiilapa, and then headed south toward on the Fjell Ridge, first to Nilapa, and then we crossed this crevasse over here, and then we went to Rautupää, and then to Rautulampi, which is over there. And now we're sleeping inside the tent, and Sam is also in the tent. So we stayed the night at Rautulampi, which is a small lake surrounded by nice fjells, and there's a small cabin. We stayed in the tent, but cooked our dinner and breakfast in the cabin, and we also swam in Rautulampi. The water was quite cold, but very clear. You can see the bottom from the shore also. We're walking along this pass or a small canyon, and it's quite warm. Most of the small ponds or lakes have dried up. This one still has a bit of water in it, and we're headed that way. Sam, mihin sä meet? Tuu takas. Sam, juo vähän tästä. Juo. Some of the small streams have a lot of water like this one, but some are really dry. it's definitely hot enough over here. Skiing is strictly forbidden on this route. This hut is called Rumakuru, and it's one of the oldest huts in the park. It was built in the early 1950s and it's still functional. And on today's menu we have couscous with dried tomatoes, traditional Finnish potato flatbread, perunarjaska, cucumbers and tomatoes served with spring water, of course. And over there you can see Rumakuru, ugly, well, I don't know what the kuru is in English, but anyways, it's some sort of a gap between the two mountains. This morning we started from Rumakuru, which is over there behind this small fjell, and now we're walking north towards Lutto river, and Saariselkä is behind that small fjell over there, which is called Iisakkapää, and that's 450 meters high, and that's where we're heading to next. This northernmost part of the national park, which is closer to Saariselkä, is heavily used, as you can see from these wide tracks. Some of these are used during the winter for skiing and some only during the summer for hiking on foot. There are a lot of paved tracks over here, which is of course nice, but I prefer the eastern and southern parts of the park more, where you can hike outside the trails. And here we are enjoying our breakfast in this small cabin that we slept for this night. It's quite small, it can only fit maybe 3 people to sit and sleep on these benches, and there's no gas stove, so we used my trangia to make the breakfast and also the dinner yesterday evening. And it's right by a creek, which you can probably hear. This is the Lutto river, which is one of the 2 big rivers in this area, along with Suomun joki. And on the bank there is this small cabin where we spent the night, and it was the cabin is a bit different from the other cabin in this area, but well cozy and cool compared to the tent in these weathers. Now we're just walking to the top of Fjell Kaunispää, which is the highest point at Saariselkä center, and we're just passing the tree line. As you can see, there are still some small birch trees, and there they suddenly end, and the top of the fjell is over there. You can see the transmitter post over there. So So we started this trip at Kiilapää from a similar gate, and now we're going to end the trip at this gate or here at Saariselkä. And it offers quite a lot of information on the area as well as on the weather. Currently air temperature 22 degrees, humidity 67, and there's no snow, so